Hi, welcome to the Obachanchatter, and I'm here today with you this afternoon to review Summerhouse Season 8 Reunion Part 1. Okay, we begin, and I hope everybody is well. Hi, thank you for coming. Um, Let me you know me, I don't mess around with it. I just get to it. So let's get to it. So anyway, I'm gonna be looking away because I'm looking at my notes. I need to get a microphone that I can put here so I can like keep talking, keep talking. Let me see. Oh, my hair looks so crazy. I ain't put no makeup on. Listen, I ain't gotta put it on. See that? See that? Obachan chatter, but we chill around here. So I hope you home with your shoes off and your robe on like I got mine on, your AC, got your nice drink, iced tea, something brown, something white, soda, don't matter. So anyway, let's go. I think everyone looks good. First, we're gonna start with the outfit. I don't think everybody look good. I think everybody looks okay. I think Paige is dressed best. Lindsey and Gabby. Oh, Lindsey and Gabby are sharing the dressing room together. I don't know who else is. Lindsey said, she okay. So Gabby asked Lindsey before they go out on the stage how she feel about seeing Carl because she hadn't seen him since she broke up. She said shit, he's just a body to her. He's dead to her. Yeah. She said, he ain't alive. So they asked Carl. So Carl says that he's trying to clean up, the mess from the mess from them not be him and Lindsay not being married. So, I'm just trying to clean them streets. So anyway, everybody still ain't out, but Andy on the stage taking selfies of himself saying, I look funny. So anyway, Carl comes out next, and I don't like what he got on either. I don't like it. And I'm just going, West clothes look too big for him, and Gabby outfit is okay. Love, love, love Sierra's hair. Really like her dress. Really like I like Lindsay's dress as well. But Paige outfit is the winner. And I said, I don't like none of the men how they dress. If I had to pick somebody to be the winner, it'd be Andy and Jesse. Kyle cuts his mullet tonight, or anyway after the reunion, because it was a bet that him and Andy had on one of his What Happens Live. Okay, then we get to Andy says, he says he's so glad that Lindsey and Karl are not getting married. And then he asked the question and everyone agreed. Even I agree, yes, don't get married. Um, the burger was really, really hard. And Lindsay is trying to talk, but Gabby is talking. I don't know why, like it's her. So Lindsay and Karl, they get into their little thing because they said they was at home, and she said she knocked on the second. So he must not have been sleeping in the room with her for a while because he said she knocked on the guest bedroom door to talk to him, and because she wanted to know why the cameras was coming, and Kyle said, didn't you get the email? And Lindsay said that he popped off on her talking shit to her for over 45 minutes. So Kyle says Lindsay don't know how to take responsibility, and he says she can't treat people the way that she treat them. And he says you got a whole new boyfriend now. And he said, "Listen, I paid the half of the lease up for 6 months." And she said, "What am I supposed to do? Clap for that? You signed the lease. That's why you paying it. But you got a whole boyfriend. I know he spent the night. And I'm telling you, I ain't paying for you to be in my house fucking nobody else if it ain't me. I'm just saying. I will go to the leasing office and tell them I'm gonna try to find somebody to take over my lease and get them to take over the lease and sign out, and just her ass had to move. But she crazy. She was like, you think I'm supposed to be proud of you? You signed the lease. Okay. Move, bitch. If he did it for 9 months, you had time to move. Or I guess you don't want to break the lease. So Lindsay said when Carl was talking to her, and Gabby said too, she didn't think it was gonna be a breakup. She was gonna come in saying that she was sorry and how can she do for us to get on the right track. And then you said, I will call off the wedding. I will call off the wedding, which she said she was saying, I will call the wedding off and they're good. So anyway, he said the wedding is called off. I paid for all the cancellation fees. I paid for the deposit and all that shit. What else you want? He said, so she said, what do you want? You want? Lindsay said, what do you want? You want a pat on the back? He said, high five be nice. I hear you, man. I hear you. Shit's expensive and you ain't working. Well, you working down that level, boy. So, Carl's issue with Lindsay is she don't take accountability for her behavior. She act like she ain't responsible for what she do. Um, she said he just kept counseling about. Lindsay said Carl just kept counseling about. Talking about counseling the wedding. So, he said I took care of the wedding stuff. Um, So she said, he said, and that, you can tell from their behavior on the stage that they shouldn't have got married. And then it goes on and on during the episodes, and even at the end, where closer to the end, where it's like it's obvious that you calling off the wedding was a good thing for y'all because it was. So anyway, guess what's Kyle thing? He said you dating somebody else anyway. And he said since January, and I paid the rent up and I took care of my part of the wedding stuff. And like I said, she was like, what you want? You want a pat on the back? He was like, no, bitch, but you can give me a high five. So anyway, we started talking about the men, how they was bros, how they was real close. There was a lot of male energy in the place. And show them in the bed. I ain't like that shit. Show the men in the bed together, spooning West and Kyle. It was just ill. So anyway, somewhere during the season, Amanda says that West is a humper and Jesse is a fuck. So they said everybody came on the show, everybody liked West, and he got everybody was hitting him up, and Jess came on too, but he was like a slow burn. He said he came late. He hit on Paige, who got a boyfriend already. He was doing some off the wall stuff. What is doing regular man shit that you do? So Paige, won't give. So Jesse says, I can't read because the sun is up on this side. So Jesse says, he didn't realize that the reality was real, and that's here, like in West, that's the wrong one. So anyway, I would have never did that. Okay, I'm getting closer to the next page I'm supposed to have. Okay, that's with that one. Okay, so the boys are spooning, and okay. So they show all the boys, the men doing their bullshit. So it's got down here. Andy said that the boys are spooning and the girls are forking a pathway that was corny. Okay, they all seem to get along. That's the first time I've ever seen them all get along in the house. And they had a real good time. So of course they showed the clips of that. So Paige said she thought she was good with Lindsay until they went to BravoCon. She said when she was at BravoCon, she was studying. She was set up for a photo shoot. She said when she was at her photo shoot, somehow or another she found out through Karl that Lindsay knew the girl who was at the photo place. It was a friend of hers. And Karl heard Lindsay on the phone with her friend in Las Vegas, and they was trying to figure out a way to fuck up Paige's photo shoot. So Paige said, "I thought we was good." She said, "It fucked me up so bad. It was my birthday. I didn't even want to go take pictures. So I'm like, we're supposed to be cool. It just put me in the mood. I still went and took my pictures, and I still was celebrating my damn birthday. Fuck Lindsay. Yeah, girl, don't worry about that shit." So she said, Lindsay friend worked there and tried to sabotage her event. So Amanda says she was tired of fighting. So she said she was getting along. So and uh, Danielle and Lindsay have gotten close because they did what Andy said, and they before the cameras came up, they went somewhere and talked and cleared the air. So they both had address, what was going on, and they squashed all the shit that could have been happening. So Kyle says Lindsey is getting along with everyone. That Lindsey was getting along with everyone except Kyle. So does that mean that's the reason why she was get along with everybody else? That she gonna fuck with her man? That's more like a likely. Yeah, I think that's likely. So anyway, Lindsey says she happy that she had the guts with her. Lindsay said she was happy that she was able to go out with the girls to eat. It was all of them together in a restaurant, and she posted a picture. But somebody else got the picture too, and they're saying they think it was somebody in the restaurant that says that the girls are taking Lindsay's side, and I think it was somebody said we ain't doing that fuck cow shit. We just went out with our friend to eat. They're going through something. We love him too. So it ain't like what the picture look like. Sometimes the picture ain't 1,000 words or it ain't enough fucking words. So Gabby fourth page and Lindsay to talk. So that's how they got better. And she said somewhere along the line, I guess it got derailed then again. So Carl told Paige, about the photo shoot thing. So she was distraught. Like I said, she didn't celebrate her birthday, but it got me fucked up. I sure would have celebrated mine. So anyway, Paige, Andy says, I know. So Andy tells Lindsay that she's not a fun person to argue with. And Lindsay responds saying, it's not, who's fun to argue with? Nobody is. So Kyle says he was trying to protect Lindsay, share shit. But you can't really share shit with people in the house because you couples and the shit'll come out. He said, and I never tried to hurt Lindsay. So, you know, she is just an issue. So Lindsay, her and Kyle are they say they're in a good place, but I don't. Lindsay and Kyle are in a good place, but don't seem like he still think he in her ass. So Kyle said, if we're in a good place, why you calling paparazzi? And he was like, I ain't calling. He said, yeah, you saying a lot of shit about my friend that you ain't shouldn't be saying. So I want to know what's up with that. So she was like, I didn't do that shit. I told you. So he said, you ain't called the people when on Tuesday when Kyle was going to the apartment to pick his shit up, and he said Kyle said because ain't nobody know I was coming. Nobody knew I was coming, but it was cars out there ready to take pictures for me, and I would say she might have did it. She might not have. So she might not have. And she said, why would I do that? If I call them, that means I'm kind of calling on myself because we in the same fucking place. And she said, I already lived like that for 2 weeks. I guess paparazzi was after her one time. And she said, I stayed in the fucking house for 2 weeks to avoid paparazzi. I couldn't have did that. She didn't stay in the house for 2 weeks. She had to go outside at night or something. So Ciara said, pics just appeared. And she said, they just, motherfuckers see you and they know you famous. They're just gonna take a picture of you. But Ciara said she don't like it because we just be out and they be trying to make some shit about some shit that ain't no shit. You know what I mean? So they talking about why Kyle was talking about that he back. Carl was talking about this Carl and Kyle. This shit get on my nerves. You'll get on y'all's. Okay. Carl is talking about he had lover boy. He worked part time. He okay. They figuring it out. They doing what they do. The non-alcoholic lover boy is about to come out. Is going to be coming out soon. So the Carl was working with Kyle on that. So Andy asked. Sorry, I got so early this morning. So Andy asked why he quit Loverboy was because of Lindsay, and he said no, Lindsay did what she was supposed to do. I came home, had shit going on in my life. He was coking up and shit at that time, and he was like, I had shit going on in my life, and she did her job. She did what she was supposed to. She's supposed to support whatever I wanted to do, and that's what Lindsay did. So Paige says Danielle and Lindsay are always coming for her, and she said, "What you mean?" She said, "Y'all always kind of come for me on the slick. Like who the fuck leak that article, like how you leaked that article." And it's like, what article? It's the article where Craig got kicked out of Amanda and Kyle's wedding. I didn't know them. Like, look at that. He got kicked out of their wedding, and it made the news. So Lindsay um told Paige that it was Danielle who leaked the story. So Andy said, "Why did you leak that story?" And she said, "He said, should I leak the story because it's juicy?" So Paige said, "See, that's why I'm fuck with you, cause yeah, it might have been, but you know we're supposed to be friends. You shouldn't have did that shit." So she said, if she had a problem with it, she could have came and talked to me. But then oh my God. Then Danielle had a problem with Lynn. She said, because I thought we talked and we was good. Why the fuck you throw me on the bus? And even if you did throw me on the bus and tell me, you could have pulled me over to the side and then told me that and then I know she knew it. Then I can go talk to Paige, and tell her, hey, I did some bullshit. I shouldn't do that. Let me talk to you. Let me apologize, whatever. But she said, I ain't do that shit because she ain't come and tell me. So she said, it's not cool because um she said it's not cool that you told on me, Lindsay, especially since we said we wasn't going to be clear about what our intentions, that we weren't going to say shit behind each other's back, and you doing some shit now. So she said, Lindsay, I just wanted to clear the air. No, you wanted to give her a piece of some information so you can make her feel like that you are right, because or something ain't right, because you telling her that y'all good, but I would have never said it wasn't me, it was my friend. Plus it's some old ass shit. Amanda and Kyle been married now for what, 4 or 5 years. Bullshit. So anyway, um I told you, Paige said, you always got something for me, but she said, that's okay. I ain't even so Danielle said, I didn't know doing that would make you hate me. She said, man, I don't hate you, but I see you. I feel you. She said, I don't hate your ass, but I see you. So you got a tick mark over there. You all right. It's gonna be cool. So anyway, they get to talking about the wedding of Lindsay and Kyle that was supposed to be the wedding. So Paige said, that Danielle always talking shit about her. She said, so Danielle said, you talk shit in the confessionals and you think that shit funny, but it's not. And Paige was like, my shit is funny, bitch. So, but she didn't say that, but she just said that. She did say, my shit is funny. So she said it ain't funny when you. So Danielle said it ain't funny when you're coming from my business, my company. She was like, what fucking company you got? She has that company called Donne, and this some bullshit. You see what she wearing? She said, Don, put that shit in the trash. I don't like that, and they make her look old. So anyway, um, you hear Amanda on the phone on me next to her husband. She said, well, shit, what else have they leaked? Mm-hmm. So, they last. The page shit. They last. Is this good? That's, they got a lot. So, yeah, I said she wanted to change. Clear. I said, what's her name? Lindsay wanted to clear her name with Amanda, that she didn't leak it. And the reason why she cleared her name is because the last reunion that we had, Amanda said that either Kyle or Lindsay leaked that shit about her boyfriend being kicked out of Amanda and them wedding. And I'm gonna Google that shit because I didn't know that. I heard about it, but I didn't read the article. I don't know why the fuck he got kicked out. So Amanda said that when the shit was going down with Lindsay, she said Lindsay did not say that she was sorry. So Lindsay said, I said I apologize, but she don't say she's sorry. So, she said, I wanted to clear my name. She said, I promised, and she said, yeah, then y'all know we promised not to talk behind each other back, and I should have told you, but I didn't. So Paige said she had a great summer, and she's going to have, I think Andy asked her, well, how's your summer going to be? She said, I had a great summer, and I'm going to have another one. And, I said, I'm going to be watching you. So Amanda just said again, she wouldn't have thrown what's name on the bus. So we started talking about the balloon guy that Lindsay invited to the pool party. And it says he was a real hot guy and everybody was gonna like him. So Damn, I would need to say this too. I didn't know that Sierra and West lived 10 minutes apart. Oh my God, they probably run into each other often. So anyway, I said, why you tell Abby to go for the big for the balloon guy when Danielle was all over him? And Gabby said, I don't need no help. I have a process. And she said it made her mad that she do that, you know. She said Danielle was the match that lit the wick to the explosion, how she was in there crying and calling her sister and sitting in the shower with her clothes on and everybody going in there. And she said she has a system and she like it. She ain't fast like that. And do you know that all the black women are not fast on the show? I'm for real. All of them you ain't getting no pussy from, I mean, no PSSY from them, no vagina from them, no time soon. Cause Gabby's real reserved with her body. I mean, I can't say they reserved their body because the shit that Sierra wears, she look like a 304 sometimes. I ain't lying. Well, today she looks tasteful, but she be doing some shit, but she's safe. So, Gabby said that Gabby said that Danielle lit the fuse because she was already feeling some kind of way because everybody in the house was coming to her. Oh, you too picky. Why you don't like nobody? Well, why you got to get out more? No, all that type of shit. You do what you want to do. So anyway, Andy asked Danielle while we were talking to you and Sierra was having her fit. The fuck was this CO found this shit about? Why you say that? And she was like, I said, I don't know. And I said, fuck Danielle with that stupid ass comment. She said that shit because she was trying to be smart. So Andy asked asked Wes if he had chemistry with Sierra. And he said, yeah. So Sierra said, did you make out? And she said, yeah, we made out and it was fun. So Jess, when he gonna have to see, Jess said he wanted them to make sure he was in the shit because they was all somewhere and just said, "Man, you need to have sex with Wes and stop playing with him." So he said it because he wanted to make sure that Sierra wasn't playing her boy, like dragging him by the nose all summer, and she didn't really like him. So, first of all, it's none of his goddamn business. So anyway, apparently, I think September, October, November, December, sometime when he took her home to the parents' house, she wound up they started sleeping together. So they went to the parents' house. They went to a wedding, and she said Wes was playing with her, and she said she was dating him for real. So she said she knows. She said she doesn't do anything intentional. She ain't interested in notches in her belt and a bunch of fucking body counts. She said she not about that. So y'all call her cold, reserved, and she started crying. She said this ain't. I ain't want to cry. So Paige said you should. If you cry on the stage, you should cry if when we start talking about West because he fucked you over. So you need to let him see what he did to you. I kind of believe that too. So Andy asked, "Was you talking to girls this summer?" And he said, "Yeah, I was sleeping with them, but yeah." He said, "Yeah, I was. I was sleeping with girls over the summer because he wasn't sleeping with Sierra." This is so full of shit. You can try. Why don't you date that girl? So anyway, she need to get rid of him. So West. So Paige said she believed West when he said he wasn't really doing nothing. That he was just talking to girls. So she said, you know. You Weston fell into he don't know what to deal with this. She said, we all been up here for a long time. So we know the shit you get. You're getting naked DMs or Instagrams. You're getting bitches coming out the woodwork and all this type of shit. And that's how it goes. She said, Summerhouse is TV. Said we be hype. It's a lot of clout. So she said, I figured I knew he ain't like me. So Paige said as soon as the cameras went down, the DM came, you was done. So she said we be hanging out. He tell me this shit that I'm sitting here crushed that he don't want to go forward, and he go to the next bar, and I feel like wanting to cry and go home. So Wes says he can't commit. He said so. Andy asked us the opportunity nowhere, and he said everywhere. And he said, so somebody says too many temptations. He's overwhelmed by the show. He got a lot of friends. He's popular. He probably don't need to be on the show. I mean, I like him, but I don't think he can handle it because he said he can't commit. He ain't had a fucking girlfriend since a committed relationship since high school. The fuck? What's wrong with you? That's crazy. One. And high school don't really count because we don't know shit in high school. So he said, I don't know, I like Ciara. I mean, I got feelings for her and all that. He said, but I don't know, when am I being like a little puppet or some shit? So Ciara said if you was a puppet, it would be a good spot for you to be in. So he said, I can't commit. And he said, I'm not going. He said he ain't gonna commit, and he's using the show as an excuse. He said, I don't know so anyway, I don't know what the fuck West was talking about, but I don't know what the hell West talking about. Watch party pics, too many temptations, a bunch of women. That's what it is. The bitches is coming for him. So Amanda said, motherfuckers gonna do what they do, but if you at an event or doing some shit, that most of our fan base are women, and they're very, very respectful of people in relationships. So you might get some bitches that step out of line. And you know what? You're gonna get some bitches step out of line, but just because she's stepping out of line, you don't have to. And that's when Ciara was like, it don't got to fuck the women, fuck the people at the events and shit that you see at BravoCon and when we're doing events and after we leave shit. She's like, fuck that. It's up to you. You gonna fuck with him or you not. It's either you gonna behave or you not. It's easy as that. But I don't think he know how to do it though. That's why he fucking. That's why he don't want to be committed. So he took her home. So when he took her home, that kind of meant, I guess that kind of meant something to his family because his dad looked concerned. And he said his dad, said his lack of commitment is fucked up. And and he said, you're going to look like an asshole. You brought her home, took her to the wedding and all that type of shit. You're going to look like an asshole when it comes. So Ciara, she crying her eyes out, but she don't want to cry. So I told you, pray so let Ciara cry. So Ciara said, I'm a guarded person. I don't just give my shit to everybody and I ain't. So Wes says he don't know what would happen. He didn't know what was happening, but he doesn't want to hurt her. But he hurt her already. And you knew that you wasn't gonna fuck with her because you already know you don't like commitments. Here go my thing, Wes. I liked you till you tried that bullshit right there. She told you she was intentional that she wants a family, it's the shit that she wants. She told you, and you ain't had a bitch since high school. And in between high school and her, you just date don't you take everybody home to your mama? You should have next that. You know what I did? I think you fucked around with Ciara long enough to start fucking her. Yeah. Then as soon as you got her draws, I bet you start acting crazy. Yeah. But you start saying missing her calls and not texting and shit. Y'all know how y'all do. So Paige is upset looking out. She said, I'm upset, but I look out for Ciara. She said, a part of me was hopeful that you have part of me was hopeful, but Paige said, even I can tell you have a hard time committing. So Ciara says, I gave him an. So Ciara says, when the cameras went down and we was in the car, I gave him an out. I was like, if you can't do this, she said, the show going to add, the cameras going to go down. Do you want to just, we could just be friends? And he was like, no, 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 no. She said he had a fucking way out. I wasn't holding on to him. So, she was asking him if he wanted to cut it. So Jesse says, can I say something without getting fucked up? And they was like, well, you better be. The lady was like, well, you better be careful if you come to us. And Jesse's defense. So Jesse says, reality is real. I told you that. So Ciara like Wes. He's a funny guy, but she got. She felt like he played her. So Jesse says he went. So anyway, they started talking about Jesse because my notes mixed up. It was the part where Jesse took them to a party and got he had first got to the house, and when he got to the party, he split. He went about. I guess I wasn't his party, but I guess he knew people was having a party, and he just brought them along with them. And they was mad because they said when he got in the party, they couldn't see him. So I think Kyle or somebody texted or called him, and he was like, "Okay, I'll be out front." And Kyle said, "Never mind, we leaving." So he's like, "Fuck it." He stayed at the party but everybody had a sour puss face and shit about him. You know, that's like fucked up. They was talking about him before he got to the house. We ain't hanging out with him no more. That was fucked up. He went that motherfucker just left us. And I was like, left y'all? Y'all the fucking party. That's what he said. I brought y'all to a party. I ain't know I had to be with y'all motherfuckers. I mean, I brought you to the party. At the party, you dance, you meet people. Then when it's time to leave, y'all catch up with each other. I don't even when I go somewhere with somebody, I don't stay locked to them until I go to the bathroom. We get in the club, we find a space, a spot we're gonna be at. We meet people, we talk. We see people, we talk. That was crazy. So anyway, they talk shit about him. So he went to bed. He was like, "Good night, everybody." So he said, it's being said, I didn't see it because I don't fuck around in the chats and comments and shit. But it's being said that Jesse and Wes are the replacement for the cows, for Carl and Kyle. So they said, Jesse, how he like being in the summer house, and he said, how you like it with all them girls in there? And he said he loved it, and he said the reason why he loved it is because the girls gossip their ass off. They had the juice. So Kyle and Carl, their relationship is better. At the they talked at the reunion after the reunion last year, and during the reunion they kind of got some shit out. So Sarah said that she said she loved to gossip with Jesse because he be ooh what huh what he be doing that shit. I like people do that shit too. So but he be doing it for real. I'm just faking. So when they started talking about their wedding shit, they they you know it was a part on that. Okay, we're gonna start talking about the wedding party. So we have Kyle, and he kept his mouth shut about Kyle and Lindsay's relationship until one season he said that Lindsay is an evil, conniving bitch, and he said he suppressing his feelings. He said, I have to suppress my feelings about my friend, about Lindsay, because of my friend. And I don't know why he expected to be in the wedding. I don't care if he let somebody officiate this shit or not. They don't get. I wouldn't go to somebody's wedding who I don't like and they don't really care for me because that's a day that's supposed to be taking up. You're supposed to be taking up a seat and eating them people food to share the reception that you care about. I ain't sitting around. I'm not going. Yeah, so I don't know what Kyle's problem is. So Kyle asked Kyle, because he asked this motherfucker to be his flower boy or flower man because they had a destination wedding and no kids were there. And I was like, and he would have said that shit to me. I'm like, man, carry your own fucking flowers. And Kyle said it hurt his feelings a little bit because he thought he was gonna be a groomsman. And they wanted to include some people from the show, but the only person that Carl, Carl had mentioned was Andreas from the Summerhouse 7 and 6, I think. So he wasn't trying to fuck with them. So, they said Kyle, so Amanda said he got a lot of fucking friends and he got a lot of close friends. And she said she never said she didn't want Kyle to be there or be Kyle best man. She said he was gonna make it out, or be a groomsman. He was gonna make the guy uh Andreas. And I said, who the fuck is that? And I had to remember. So in the beginning of the show, somewhere in there, Andy asked on the stage who was afraid of Lindsay. And everybody raised their goddamn hand, even the man that's supposed to marry her. I was like, God damn, even Andy raised his hand. So Carl says, I ain't really scared of her. I'm more of a people pleaser. He said, and I respect her. He said, but we can't, our communication styles off. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting weird trying to talk. So Carl and Lindsay are better. So Kyle started talking and he said him and Lindsay are better. They like brothers and sisters. They hold each other accountable for shit. So so he says, she fussing a lot of lies about his friend and he don't like it. And she said, what the fuck is you talking about? He said, you know what I'm talking about. He said, you only the person that knew. Again, we talked about this. We're the only person that knew what time and when Carl was coming to us to pick this shit up. So like I said, Carl works part time at Love Boy and things are good. And Andy asked if Lindsay and Carl were still together. Did they think that Carl will be making for Love Boy? Hell fucking no. So anyway, this would come in with Jesse come in. Jesse said, I want to say something. And then he says that Jesse says, he was trying to do this, and Jesse said, and then what's her name? Oh my God. Ciara said, shut the fuck up, Jesse, because he knew and you knew my intention. Y'all know I wasn't bullshitting with this dating. And you fucked around and you did a bunch of bullshit. So he said he can't get I said, that's right, there's no contact. I don't want to talk to none of y'all motherfuckers because y'all knew what was going on. So you take a motherfucker, meet your parents, and you going to weddings and shit, and this motherfucker say, I just want to be friends. So Paige said, I'm glad it's like this because out of sight, with him it's out of sight, out of mind. And I said, well, I love Paige. It was Paige who said it. So everybody feels sad for her. For everybody feels sad for Sarah, and I do too. And it's important, and her feelings are very important. So, like I said, fuck that boy. He ain't had a commitment since high school. He ain't had no commitment in high school. I was in high school. I ain't had no commitment. That ain't no commitment. That's high school love. So, if y'all got married or something, that'd be cool because you'd be on the same level as your high school, but you still in high school, West. And you act a little immature to me too. You fun, but you're kind of immature. So Paige gets Amanda said, I don't understand. Paige said, I don't understand. I just don't get it. She said, everybody got the allure of the show, but I have the allure of, all of us got the lure of being on TV and the lights and the cameras. But she said, but we live real lives. And she said, she's beautiful inside and out. You fucking with her. So anyway, it ends with, I think it's Paige going off on, I think it's Paige going off on West saying, you was fucked up what you did to her. And she said, we in our group chat and you talking about, oh wow, this is the best summer ever. Oh my God. I ain't never done anything like this before. And then you got two people's lives who just fucking falling apart. They ain't, you got Lindsey and Karl breaking up. You got more than just a couple. You got Wes and Ciara. You got four people going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? You got Ciara and Craig. You don't see them physically arguing, but Craig wants things from Paige to move, to marry, to engage. You understand what I'm saying? So, for you to be, oh, this is the best summer yet, and everybody, and it's people hurting on the thing. There's no way it could be the best summer. So anyway, that was part one. They're gonna give you part two next week, next Friday, about this time. I'll be coming to you. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Today is June the 7th, 2024. It's almost like 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm going to get off this thing, give me something to drink, and you already know what I'm going to say. You could have been anywhere in the world, but just spent 38 minutes with me. Bye now.